Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And let me start off by greeting everybody. Geworden hardugu dag. Dang, see, I'm messing up. Geworden hardugu dag. Ola, oit bem. Vasas los bons mesmi. Keda bawani konnichiwa. Ni hani ama. Sani banani. Jambo habaragani. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Kamusta ka. Kamusta pokayo. And talapa lava soy. Fua. To my brother out there in Hawaii. All right. And so, again, get the thumbs up. I want to hear your comments about this. All right, and I wanted to discuss this in just another reason to travel, right? And that is that as an Afro man, you're important to a woman outside of the matrix, outside of the United States, outside of the plantation, is based on your ability to be a provider. Okay, a lot of women, when you leave the United States, you will find are not gold digging women. All right, but they are looking for providers. All right, now I also would like to point this out. In my desire to help a community, I was introduced, and many of you that have been following me for years, y'all know who this is in the picture, right? But the story of how this came about is something different. So that's what we're going to discuss today. And this is not the only parallel, all right? Because there are parallels like this in my visit in Colombia as well, all right? So let's get in, let's dig all into this. But first, let me remind you, let's get those thumbs up. This is a new channel, so everybody please subscribe. All right, and click the notification bell so that you can be notified of the videos. And this, if you want to know what this channel is dedicated to, look at the first video, and I will plant it when this channel gets kicking off good. And so you have that, and my donation and cash out will be in the description box. And y'all know we will always preserve that way of doing things, because we don't want to be beholden in this mission to people that hinders speech and hinders the truth. All right, so with that said, now let's move on, and so that you can see, this is the very first time we got together, and then I'll explain the story. Okay, brothers, let's break some stuff down. All right, and one of the things that I want to break down is that some of the times with men, it's not very obvious when a woman likes him. All right, and so help comes into play. Now, in the build up to this, keep in mind my mastery of Brazilian Portuguese wasn't there. All right, Selmina was the go-between, because she was the friends of the both of us, and Selmina and her husband and my friend Shelton, they were all in on connecting us. All right, because Mimi could only speak Portuguese and stuff, and she had expressed liking me to Selma, and so they decided to put us together. Now, in this, they asked me a bunch of questions. Hey, who do you like and stuff? Do you like her? I was like, yeah, right? And so I had no idea what was going on. So some of the times the community will work on your behalf when you stand for the community, stand with the community, or try to be a part of the community. So that's the first lesson in here. All right. 2, language is not the barrier in meeting someone that you may think, but refusal to learning the language may be a barrier to carrying on the relationship. All right, and so basically, when we look at this, right, these people put us together, and this was my first trip to the beach, because we would just work, and I always wanted to go to the beach, so they took us, and they connected us across the language barrier. All right, and so I'll just show you a little clip of that day out that we had, and because that's what we did. We took pictures and stuff like that, and we officially got together, me and Mimi, for the first time at the beach here. All right. And so now this gets crazy. All right, because Shelton gets in on this. All right. So this takes a whole nother direction. So her and Shelton start going down.
Use the telephone.
Huh?
Your telephone.
So he wants to use my telephone.
Oh, telephone? No. I'll take it back. Go ahead, get on that. No, get on the thing.
Uh-huh. All right. So basically,
Let's go. Uh-huh.
all right, they gonna almost drown, and I'm gonna be laughing at they here.
Oh.
All right.
Ah, cold.
All right, and
Woo,
basically,
too cold, too cold, too cold.
I was like ice, baby. And so basically,
Frio. Muito frio. Yeah.
and so they was trying to get me in that water. They actually got me in the water. So once I got in, it was all right. I just had to take that initial dive in. Now he about to get Mimi drowned on that thing, because she can't get on it for the life of her. Magic. And so I'm up here yelling, magic, magic, which means the middle.
Oh, move your feet.
Moving feet. She ain't making it.
You move your feet. Mimi.
Now they're about to lose the thing. Now let's talk about the influence of this. All right. Me and Charles Tyler was having a debate here on whether you should just hold out for a so-called the proverbial black woman, and I was like, no, right? You should not wait for one of them to see the value in you, because you're the prize, not them, right? And if a beautiful woman come by, I'm not rejecting a beautiful woman that wants to get with me. I'm just not. And so we had this debate, and he kind of knew what it was. All right. And even if you take that, most of the women in Brazil have some Afro in them, but at the same time have a lot of Caucasian in them too. All right. And so where's the line that you draw with how much black somebody should be? Because technically, really, really light-skinned people that we call black, all right, are no blacker than all of Brazil, all right? But the anger people have is that they are in another country, and the only people that's supposed to exploit the Afro man is the B-dub in the U.S., all right? And then you get pushback if you don't follow that mantra. And so there we are, and here we are in this thing. You don't have to follow that. And so this was a debate between he and I as to how long you wait. And I came away with the conclusion, the first beautiful thing that you are really interested in, that's interested in you, F that. They're not worth waiting on if they can't see your value. All right? And that's the lesson that came out of here. When you go places and you are worth something to the place, right? Things will work to your advantage. And so basically, I'm not a drinker. So I dance though. I dance. You know, I could jam a little bit. I could cut a rug. Y'all, if a person say they could cut a rug, they can cut a rug. I can salsa, merengue, calypso, cumbia, all of that stuff. All right, samba, right? And so basically, what happened here is this, that they put us together, all right, and even to this day, she could, if she has a need, because of her and her mom, and this is the other thing I'm gonna bring to you. When we split, it was because of the church. The church split us up. All right, because the church wanted to control her, and through her try to control me. I wasn't letting that happen. It was the Pentecostal church. All right, so y'all that know the Pentecostal church, y'all know what time it is, right? No, I didn't have time for it. All right, and so basically, what ended up happening is we split because of that and stayed separated. There was a couple other things that were very important that happened that caused us to just really split. Now, it didn't stop us being in contact with one another and stuff, as far, because we still work at the same place. Well, not work. I don't work there. You know, I come and go. I volunteer there, but she works there at the NGO. And so we see each other. And her mom talks every day. Every day her mom talks to me. Every day. All right. So, her mom, her mom stays with her, and her mom every day. All right. And so basically, we go, we're hanging out, we're having a good time. All right. And it's the people that put you together, right? But now, in closing, I would say this. All right. And so when we get to my discussion with Charles Tyler, because we spoke on the phone a lot, he and I, and there was an incident he was having at a store. He was at a convenience store buying something, and there was a BAW behind him causing a bunch of trouble to him. And he just turned around, and I said, see, you can't wait on them to get right. All right, because by the time they decide they want to get right, they are too worn out. They're supposed to come to us already right, not having been used up by a bunch of bad boys. All right, we're not supposed to choose them when they are not in the right disposition for a good man. And this is the mistake that a lot of brothers make. No, those days are over, right? I keep saying this. And don't be surprised that when you leave the United States, the people that will come to our aid, the people that actually have our back, you see it with the Filipinas, right? The people that actually have our backs are going to be, and when I say people, I mean the women that will actually have our back, that will cut for their man. All right, it will not be the darker BWs. It will not be. It just won't be. And this is my experience. This is a lot of brothers' experiences. And when you look and see what brothers are marrying, even here, I met a guy here where I'm at, and he was married to a Brazilian. The dude left the DR to find a Brazilian, all right, and brought her back here. And you see a lot of this going on, all right. It is a thing. It is a thing where there is a spirit that is sweeping over the B-dubs because they're trying to be like the ABW. All right. And so this negative spirit is sweeping across the so-called Afro world. All right. To the point where they're missing out on a bunch of men. And they, the mothers, are the ones that taught their daughters to despise Afro men. The mothers taught this, not the white people, because the white people aren't in the homes outside of TV, right? But the greatest teacher of the self-hate and the looking down on the Afro men have been the mother of these BWs. It's been their mothers. Why? Because of feminism. Before feminism, before the 1960s, we had a better relationship with the Afro women. So it's not because of slavery. It's not even because of Jim Crow. It's specifically because of the black mothers. All right? So your mama black, Yeah, that's the thing. And brothers, this is why. At the end of the day, it should always remain a no depolicing policy. All right, these people, they're not. If they come to you after they've been busted up, broken up, and they want to get with you, no, they need to go back to who one of their baby daddies is. All right, if they have children, they can't. A woman that's been used up, that comes to you with children in tow, you need to send her to one of the baby daddies. That's not for you. You get a passport, you leave. All right, and the D police, the Omar Johnson wannabe, all right, nah, y'all toast too. They can hit the wall right along with the B Dub. With that said, I'm out.